What's in This podcast. We here with another special episode. My man Big Sprint is in the
What's
building.
up with y'all,
going
man?
on,
What's
Sprint?
going
How
on,
you
man?
doing,
What's
man?
up with y'all?
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yep.
In the building, as always, we got my man Zach working the audio and the cameras, and we got my mom here in the building as well. Welcome on.
How you doing? How you doing?
As always, you guys gotta check out her new show, Golden Mind Voices. That's gonna be coming out. Actually, the first episode is out already, so you guys check that out. A couple episodes should be out by the time this comes out. So, Sprint, what's new, man? It's been a while since I've seen you.
Man, you know how it is with me. One leg in, one leg out.
I got you.
Man, right now it's been all right, man. I haven't been as consistent as I was when we first jumped out. You know, you interviewed me, I interviewed you. We was interviewing, but I fell off the interviews. I do got one out right now with Big Wop.
Okay,
and trying to work on some other ones. I got one with Jeremiah, the Golden Child. It's on his TikTok. It's a simple one. It's a quick sprint review. It wasn't like the one with Wop where we sat down.
Right.
I'm working with some artists like Prince the Artist and other artists getting their interviews out.
Yeah.
But other than that, I ain't been interviewing. I've really just been doing videos and instrumentals on my SoundCloud, working on instrumentals and beats. That's pretty much it.
So what got you into like making beats and all that?
Beats, man, for me, I've been making beats, but I stopped. I stopped like music for a while, for like 10 years, because I was just finding myself. I was in a relationship. I was just doing other things, running around. I wasn't for sure how serious and how far actually staying consistent and putting your all into something could get you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was around like a little bit before Christmas or Thanksgiving. Someone was like, man, just put Fruity Loops on the computer. Because I wasn't doing much. I was running around. I was like, all right, so I sat back down. I'm like, all right, if I don't like it, I'm not going to do it. Next, I just started making fire. So I was just like, all right, but then it's like hit or miss. So I'm trying to train myself again. So every time I get on there and make something, I know I could make something that's usable. Instead of just making sounds that sound good, like actually make beats. Right. Because I make a lot of B-roll music too. Okay. I like EDM. And trance and stuff, so I be just wilding out doing mixes that sound good and people could play, but then beats that people can actually go off of and rap to. I do have a few beats like that. I just don't want to put a category on my beats. Right.
So,
like diversity.
If you were to categorize everything you do, like to the people, like at the show, I kind of changed it a little bit from when you remember. We're actually discovering people's niches now.
Yeah.
As opposed to just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just doing,
everybody just come on in. Come on in.
Yeah,
That's how
exactly.
it was. Because there's so many people in the area that just do stuff. And then people come in for a little bit, for a couple months, and then move back with their parents. They stay with one dad, and then they stay with, and they coming in, and they hanging out. They want to know what's going on, and they start rapping. Some people really want to rap. Some people just doing it because it's there and it's something to do and keep them social. So you just meet a lot of people.
You think it's a lot of that going on, like, as far as, like, in the area?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like it's, like, just a lot of people that just say they want to be a rapper, but they don't necessarily put the time in, and that's probably why, as an area, we haven't necessarily gotten to the heights that we're supposed to get to?
Yeah, there's no organization. It's like they have certain cliques that got their own thing, like got 17K CD, then you got like the other ones over here. You got a lot of other ones, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing shows and stuff, but not putting too much music online. And then, the other ones are putting mad music online. They're always online. But they're not really doing shows. But they do in-studio performances. So it's just like if someone comes and says, all right, well, we're all using the same videographers. We're all using the same producers. We all hang out in the same spot. It's not that big.
Know each other,
it's big when you can't find someone live nearby, but it's not big. You're going to run into people. So I'm like, someone needs to organize a schedule and like try to like switch your house.
Yeah, because I think that's how I feel. That's what it's always needed to be if we're going to be as an area in Fredericksburg, to really join forces. And of course, we know that there's people that are doing more than others. So the people who are doing more than others as a collective should be coming together, you know what I'm saying, and creating something that can be something bigger than what we are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like where I'm at with it. Like I want to get with Omi and I want to get with these different people and really create something that can help the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I've been running into the problem is that I don't think people necessarily want to collab in that area. You know what I'm saying? As far as like helping the youth, like I think right now we're just stuck in the process of just trying to make money. It's a bunch of ego.
I'm about to get vulgar.
Go ahead, bro. Please.
Can I get vulgar? Do I gotta watch anything I say?
No, you good.
All right. Well, how I feel about that situation is like everybody want to be like King Dingaling, yo. I know that sounds weird, but I'm not being disrespectful. Even if I am, I don't care. Mm-hmm. I feel like everybody want the stardom and fame. Like everybody wants to be something if they are or not, but everyone wants attention. Everyone wants to like fuck and be like known as like some kingpin and like notorious ass gangster and like everything. And very few ones like Omi, he's thinking business mind. Ever since I met Omi, he's been doing business stuff and selective. So you watch what you let into your household so it don't damage your business credibility. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? 17, business money. Like chilling. Man, everybody know way to business mind. And then like the other ones, you know what I'm saying? Business mind. Y'all, you've been business mind since I met you. Right. You know what I'm saying? We sat down, I interview you, interview me. We talked. We didn't just like, hey, this is how much, this is how much. We discuss things. And no question is not on the table.
Right, exactly.
You know, I'm not gonna get bashed if I say, is there money involved?
Right.
Why would you know, we understand. We both
never really
do the same thing.
My motive coming into it was never really money. Like, cause my mom handles all my finances, so we go back and forth with this all the. She has she has two sides to it because she's looking at the finances, so she's like, Jamar, you doing all this shit, you should be getting. But for me, it's not really about money. What I found coming into this year is when I don't put it into the money and I put it in just the work, the craft, what I love to do, the money comes.
You get opportunity.
Exactly.
People will see that you're investing in yourself and invest in you. Even if you don't think what you got is worth something. That's how it was when I started. I was like, man, I was just doing it.
Yep.
And then, waiter came along like, yo, start charging people to do it. And I was just like, I got a cell phone, bro. I don't have a camera. I don't have no equipment. Right. He said, well, rent equipment and then split it with who you rent the equipment, where they go. So I started charging people. And like I said, people, they paid. Some people paid. Some people weren't serious. That's how you kind of separate who's serious is not. But you don't have to. I watched some other interviews and I found out how the percentages work and everything. You don't have to always charge. There's always other ways of payment, like fan trading, promotion trading, things like that come in handy. You can actually save so much money just doing the work than thinking, all right, we're gonna put a percentage and a contract down and this how much. It's annoying because people come from different areas and met different people growing up. But now that everyone's in Fredericksburg, everyone just mixes and mingles. Even though it's still the same fan base in Fredericksburg, but then there's still a lot of people who just don't know other people or wasn't here. So you cross-promote. And that's the one thing I want to go on. Just like you were saying, there's so many different people. People don't cross-promote. People think sharing is cross-promoting. Cross-promoting is, are you really checking out the stuff? When you're at home, are you chilling with your friends, or you going somewhere? Are you pulling it up on their YouTube and watching it like you're going to watch all the other artists and people on it?
And we're not doing that because, for one, I feel like, and I'm probably guilty of this too, because I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I listen to a bunch of, besides my people who I'm working with, I don't listen to a bunch of local music. I'm going to be honest with you. The music is a reason why it's local and it's not professional compared to professional music. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why it's that there's a gap there. Because I ain't going to lie, there's very few selective people that make music. I mean, I can name on my hands to where I'm like listening to, I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like your Jay Riches and your Wapos. You know what I'm saying? Your OZs.
I brought them CDs, bro.
Right.
That's support. If anything, I didn't even have money like that. I brought them CDs too.
What I go on to saying is that at the same time, I'ma still support even if I don't like the music. Like tons of people put out music that I don't like. But you gonna still see it on my Instagram. You're gonna still see it
because you work with the person and stuff.
And I mean, it's weird. It has nothing to do with like, you know what I'm saying.
It's not even being mean. It's just coming from an executive point of view. Like the music industry is harsh. I had people tell me my stuff is trash and it hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was like kind of, but there's people that's like tough. There's like, oh, it's trash, or something, and it's honest. That's just how they feel because they're thinking about internationally, like the whole world, not just like in a small area, but like if somebody that could pull you out and say, hey, I'm gonna make you like academics or make you like the Breakfast Club or something. If they check out something and hear it, you know, a lot of people do this, but not a lot of people do this. We seem like a lot of people do this, but you realize since you're doing it, not a lot of people actually do it.
When it's 24 hours, this shit takes 24 hours a day to really get to where you want to get to.
Yeah.
Like, cause you gotta be online. Like when I'm working 24 hours and I'm online at 2 in the morning, I'm talking to somebody at 2 in the morning, opportunities be fucking happening at 2 in the morning. Mm-hmm. People don't be realizing that. Like, the money's being made 24 hours because we're in a whole world of people. People got different schedules. People got different things. So when you're working on that where I don't have that, I got to go to sleep and sleep 8 hours this day here. And at this time, you know what I'm saying? That scheduling shit throws you off. Like, I'm trying to tell you,
there's no perfect time.
You will cancel
certain things like this, they work on time. Mm-hmm, certain things work on time, but you'll realize if you're really doing this consistency, there's no such thing as time.
Exactly.
You got people that got kids, all types of things, and when they, I can't come in a good appropriate time, like 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon. I could come at 1 in the morning or something. I get off work, and it's just like you have to just
Jersey, bro. Yeah. She was like, I may not be able to come at a certain time, but I'm in the studio at 2 in the morning. I say, yo, if you want to make it happen at 2 in the morning, bro, like, we'll make it happen. Because in this music thing, what people don't realize when they're getting into it, everybody is on a 24-hour schedule. We're all business people. Everybody's attacking the money. A true business person is always trying to get the next ahead. They're trying to get to the next level. To get to the next level, sometimes it takes considerable sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to do things you may not want to do. You know what I'm saying? But your ultimate goal, you know what I'm saying? What is your ultimate goal? I feel like a lot of people are just going on YouTube. They're seeing the people with the chains on. They're not seeing that them people were home, bro. Niggas was sleeping in their car before they really got it.
Yeah,
bro.
Some people is really it's business, but it's like consistency. Like, I don't even have that consistency. Like you gotta sacrifice. You gotta really just say, I don't care what no one says about me or think about me. Facts. At this current moment, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to put everything into. And people would look at you like, you're a bum, you're crazy. What are you doing? Why are you getting this? I tell people that. I got a close person, I'm not going to say his name, close person of mine, I want to do music out of nowhere, even though they always done music, but they done other things, and I know them to do other things. And now at this time, they want to do everything music, and like, finances is tight. Yeah. And they putting everything into music. Yeah. And I'm like, man, no, just get this, we can do this, this, we can do this. But then I gotta realize, like, I'm doing the same thing. I used to watch other people say there was people that were doubting them and stuff. It's not doubt. I don't doubt, but I just feel like this is something you really gotta take leap of faith. You gotta take risks. You gotta be spontaneous too. And if you're not quick on your feet, I'm not quick on my feet. That's why you see me come in and come out, because I got other things I'm trying to do.
Right, I see what you're saying.
But you gotta be ready. Like, right now, somebody could call us and be like, hey, you want to fly over here, or you want to drive over here, or you want to go over here, or you want to work, and you just got to be able to say yes, and not even know how you're going to eat, how you're going to sleep, but the opportunity is worth it.
You can't worry about none of that.
It's wild.
At the end of the day, the outcome is going to come at the outcome, but the basis is that you really love something, you want to be able to do this shit every single day, and you're going to put yourself in that opportunity, because if you believe on a spiritual level, everything is manifested. There was a time, I'll tell the story, when I was little, and I, walk around my grandfather, I used to cut the grass. I used to love cutting grass for some reason as a little kid with the little toy lawnmower. I just watch him do that. It was just fascinating to me. Fast forward to now, landscaping company. I'm working with cutting grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it starts becoming, everything happens like that. Like, I remember my mom, you probably remember me when I was little, I used to want to drive. I used to have a car, little steering wheel, used to manifest driving, you know what I'm saying, all the time. I was one of my first friends at 16, 15 to get my own car and drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like almost, man, and you don't know how these things are going to come about, but they always come about. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with this, everything we doing right here just came from a thought. G-Mind came from a thought.
And it's just
you know what I'm saying?
Not getting too caught in how bad you want to do something, but just actually taking the action to do
going through the.
Because it's not as easy as it seems. People think it's not as easy. There's a lot of money that goes behind the scenes that people don't mention. There's a lot of like split decision making that you're gonna have to get used to, or you have someone to help you do that could see through certain things and understand not everything is golden. It's rough. You know, it's really confusing. But at the same time, I feel like if somebody has the talent and is there, someone else might have the talent, but they just have more time to put more effort into it.
That's what
so
it is.
It's just being independent. Everyone has to be independent, even though y'all all work together. Everyone has to be independent and be able to bring something to the table.
And I think a team is important. Like, you know, you have to, not like everyone can do your job for you, because at the end of the day, when it's yours, it's yours.
That's why groups split up sometimes.
Right.
Because some people like, I want to work with this person. I don't want to work with everybody.
Right.
And then it causes trouble. And it's up to that person to go through that phase, get to where they need it, and pull people back or what. But I mean, it's very cutthroat.
I think
every part of it's cutthroat.
I think everybody that started the group thing, like if we had a conversation with Omi or Wapo, and we actually had to sit down like a little panel.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the most common thing that would come up when all of us would probably be the certain people we had around that we may have thought was like there for us, but we're only using us for a certain.
Using is the number one thing. That's why me not having most of the resources I have, but some of the things I was doing during all that big sprint time when I was everywhere and doing the interviews, I knew that was my equipment, bro. Waiter had held me down, and Wapo had held me down, and then like people I remember people trading equipment, stuff like that. People don't understand. It's more than just what you see, but you know, there's artists that we look up to that they were broke when we thought they were rich, and they were on the same type of boat, but they kept going and going and going and got theirs no matter what, even if they split up or not. There's a lot of artists we look up to
like you gotta really love this shit, because even in the Kanye doc where he was saying that he put like 22,000 into his video, and at the time I don't think he was getting it. Like he was getting it, but all of it was going back into that one video.
Yeah.
Where, and you think about it, it's like you thinking in your head, you gotta be crazy to do that, because at the end of the day, you're like, damn, that's probably all his money that he's giving away for something that it's a chance. But in his brain, you know what I'm saying, everything is gonna, if I say it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, or an outcome is gonna happen that's still gonna put me in a position that, you know, I need to go or I wanted to go on to begin with. You know what I'm saying? It's just by a leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? And the money, like Lil Durk said in the interview, he just now being able to touch his M's. You get what I'm saying? Because before, being how he's a street rapper and things like that.
He was assigned to a label. Yeah.
He was just buying mansions for him and his crew. So his crew could be, you know what I'm saying? When you were certain, street rappers, you know what I'm saying?
No, street rappers, it's hard to trust people. I mean, I hung out with a lot of street dudes growing up and stuff like. I'm not a street dude, I want to consider myself, but I hung out with them. You know, with some of the activities and things like that and so on and so forth. But I understand they're very loyal. Like to each other. Like they don't believe in like leaving their relationship or going to the relationship and forget about their boys or nothing. Like they'll put their boys before they kids. Some of them they crazy like that. And I feel like you want to just have the right circle around you, because this place is so fake, bro. It's everywhere. Like it's fakeness everywhere. And you want to have your people with you. Like right now I'm in my head. I'm like, I wish Waiter was with you. You know what I'm saying? You see how we was together, like right on rice, bro. So it's just like in my head, I'm like, man, I wish my boy was here, man. I wonder what he's doing in my head. But that's how people are.
Why do you think it doesn't? These relationships can't like withstand themselves?
Because money, different people's focus. Some people want everything that come with it, and they don't want to do it. Some people want to get drunk. Some people want to fuck with niggas. Some people want to do drugs. Some people want to do other things. Some people just want the money. They think they're going to get a nice car. They think they're going to get all this stuff out of nowhere, but they don't understand. You have to have some type of professionalism to it. You got to have professionalism, as in knowing how to be organized, and knowing what equipment does what, how to get the stuff, how to talk, how to present yourself. Not all business is good business. Some people don't want that rowdy, crazy stuff around what they're doing. Like you could lose opportunity. Like, oh, you're good, but you can only bring like 4 other people. You can't bring all these crazy niggas with these guns and all this other stuff up in here. You good and your little crew, just in case, you know, you got a girl, you can bring a girl. But we can't have like dude just smoking PCP over here and dude with the 40 over here and all that. So people can't have that.
Because I've been through that too, you know what I'm saying? You get show opportunities, especially in this area where it's very slim chance to get opportunities to perform here in Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
You can, but which place and what audience?
Right, that's what
performing is performing, but you got to make sure the audience is there. Like you can just perform in front of anyone, but hip hop, rock.
Right.
You know,
the hip hop is very slim around here. But what I've been finding since I have transitioned to another, like I consider myself in a different lane, from as far as like trying to be appeasing to like a trap lane or something like that. So when I go into my lane, I get mad love. You know what I'm saying? Like, because these are the people who are listening to more of the lyrical thing, and they're, you know.
That's what you're doing. You're not trying to do backpack rap. It's not backpack rap, but it's like backpack swag rap. You're not trying to go over the edge into like hardcore raw trap stuff. Just like hardcore rap, trap stuff ain't trying to go into backpack rap. It's for their audience. It's for the audience. But even though it's rap and hip hop, when you look it up, it says hip hop / R&B, or it says rap / R&B. You know, it's weird. There's so many genres. It's like a religion at this point with different denominations. When you're trying to find rap and hip hop, you got rap pop, rock pop, rap, EDM, rap, all this. It's like it's expanded from just hip hop. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Everything. It got.
They got drill now. They got
drill is outrageous because then you got overseas London drill, grime. Which you got grime, you got drill. Then you got Chicago drill. Now you got New York drill, and then it's just too much. And then you got like them Southern Louisiana boys, like type of drill. It's the same, but it's a different twist because of that accent. It's the same concept, same beat with the way the bass is, that dubstep bass, added to trapness. It's good, but I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, in this area, it's crabs in a barrel, man.
Yeah, for sure.
It's different flows, but there's so many that are similar. Everybody do rap the same or try to rap like the main person in the industry, but then they won't work together. They're so the same. Yeah. They're so similar. They want the same things. They don't want to work with nobody. How could you come out in someone else's game and be cocky and arrogant, but you need them? You know what I'm saying? How can you come out and be like, man, I ain't doing no features, da-da-da-da-da. How you going to get exposure and how you going to get out? You need to do your features. You know what I'm saying?
Different.
Like some people don't have to. Some people I feel like they sound good enough to not have to do certain features. And if they keep themselves good, they can limit their features and get to where they go.
What you think about features, man? Because like lately I've been battling that in my head. Like you know the next couple albums I've got, like you have to at the same time. But like you said, people ain't trying to necessarily do features. Like for me, I told that the other day. I feel like I done work myself to the ability, and people pay me to rap. So I feel like I'm not about to keep doing things for free, especially if it's not about to be earned again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sprint, you be like, yo, JLD, we sitting in the studio. Yo, I'm gonna get on the song.
This is how I feel. This is how I feel about features. I'm nobody manager or nothing. It's just I've seen this when it first started in the area, like way back in 06, 07, and then seen it now in 2022. And I think features is a good thing, but it's selective features. I don't think someone should be cocky that they don't want to work with anyone, but I don't feel like someone should hoard themselves out. Like, I'm going to work with every single person that comes my way. I feel like you find what's in your lane and you do it, but you find the ones who are taking it seriously. If you like someone personally and you know they're not taking it seriously, you could get them a verse. Because that comes back to how this started. People hanging out. They in the stool. It's chill. It's you gonna work together. But some random person you don't know, you're gonna separate. You're gonna take away from yourself to go over here and someone else that you don't really know like that. You don't see no views. Even if you don't see no views, you don't hear the name. If you hear the name, that's one thing. Because hearing the name sometimes is better than views.
There's some decisions that I make based off of if it's for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So like if I feel like
what's the definition of culture?
So
and what you're saying?
Like for instance, I feel like if me and Wapo, which we have songs already, but let's say me and Jay Rich got on a song together, we could be able to paint a picture that I think people wouldn't be able to would be help the culture to me. The culture of Fredericksburg, the culture of Virginia. I have a song about to send to Wapo that is really about being a graduation in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of references that only us would know because that's Virginia lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? How accessible guns are to us and how we can just have guns. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. And
open carry. We love the NRA. We ain't never giving up our guns in Virginia, man.
And I feel like Wapo is like the definition of like the southern, that southern
raw country. Yeah, he from Carolina, so So and then he grew up between here and Carolina.
He might end up being the only feature on that album. But at the end of the day, like for me, I'm making things based off of if I feel it's right. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna sound right. You know what I'm saying? If it, because then I don't want no money involved. I just need to make this idea happen.
No, it's so good because sometimes there is money involved. It's just not in cash form, man.
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about digital money. Sometimes it's in views, and that could lead you to money. It's in you got merchandise, and you cross promoting and slash work with each other. That someone else sees some. It's marketing. Marketing is always sometimes it's like credit. Having credit is sometimes better than cash. I didn't know that growing up. I wish I knew that, or I would have took a better direction in this. But it's like credit.
Yep.
It's like you got credibility. It's not clout chasing. It's not dick riding. It's not nothing like that. It's two mutual parties that do the same thing,
and
that got
business,
fan base and got moves they're making that could cross-reference those moves as payments rather than cash.
And this is a business, bro. At the end of the day, like, I had a dude offer. He wanted to do a feature, but his following was real low. Like, he probably just started. And I told him, like, right now, I don't have to, I'm really, most things come down to time, honestly. Because, like, I can't afford to take away from, we doing podcasting, we going here, we going there. Like, I can't afford to take time to do something that's not going to necessarily benefit me, especially if I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to benefit me in the end. So, I have to put a price on that. But if you could, work around that set price, I would work around anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely. I'm just one of them people, but
I mean, set prices, I learned to stand your ground and don't shoot too high that it scares the client away, but don't shoot too low and cheat yourself. Because you got to think time is money. And you're putting your time into this that you could be working on something personally for yourself. Now, if it's something for yourself, that's different. If you really don't care about the money, you could charge somebody a little less. But it's like, if I believe in Nipsey Hussle. Like, Nipsey Hussle sold his mixtape for like, what, $100 or $1,000 or something? $1,000 in tape or something? Like, if that's possible, then anything is possible, bro. That's how I look at it, man.
Yep, that's a fact.
That's definitely how I look at it.
That's a fact. Because people were thinking at him, like, who the hell's going to buy an album for $1,000? The people who can afford an album for $1,000.
Exactly. There's a lot of people like that. See, it's like different levels, and people are so used to their social circle that it's like a crab in a barrel mentality. Not in a bad way that they're physically trying to hold you back, but with mindset. Someone out the group could be thinking way higher, and then just because everyone's on that mellow level of thinking like we're just gonna think like this, it could throw everything off. You always need someone to think a little further. That's how I feel.
Yep, that's a fact. Because at the end of the day, man, like, I want to go back to what you were talking about with, like, the performing and thing. Like, you got some people that are actually going out and performing, and you got some people that are using the internet more.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there has to be a balance to that? Or do you think you can go towards...
There has to be a balance, man. I mean, I don't know. If you get super neat on the internet, then you could take over the world without ever stepping outside.
That is true. That is very true.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you need the internet. There's no way you can do it without the internet in the day that we're in the direction that this world is traveling in. There's no way you can do it without everything's digital. You can't even order a cheeseburger without that little digital tablet sometimes. So if you master the internet, you're good. You look at Soulja Boy with the MySpace and how he took that over as soon as that came out. As soon as YouTube came out, he took advantage of YouTube and MySpace, and look at him now. He got gaming systems and all that. Who knows?
Still know how to get himself hot whenever he wants to.
But with us, like I'm saying, like local level, we gotta cut that local level thinking out. We just gotta say we in the game and believe it with everything and put everything into it until it happens. Some people say it's cocky and it's overthinking. I say it's what you want to do. That's like saying you do landscaping, right? Now, it's like saying, man, I want to be a landscaper while you're doing landscaping. Just because you're not like, that's your landscape, you got all this stuff and you doing this, that, and the third. That don't mean nothing. You can say, I'm a landscaper, I'm a landscape tech, this is what I do. Even if I just started. And you keep going and going, then you buy your own lawnmowers and get your own people to work for you, and now you a boss. You can't think like a worker if you want to be a boss. I mean, you got to appreciate being a worker.
And you never know what can happen.
But you can't think like that.
You never know what can happen, too, when you start thinking like that, too. Because
and it's sad because people say think outside the box, but they don't really want you to think outside the box.
Because they want to keep you, want to keep you conformed. Like, I feel like people are scared of people who are thinking outside the box because they can't think that way.
And you can't control them. You can control them by, limited resources and stuff, but you can't control that person because if they're doing something the same as you in the same market, they could be looked at as potential like stepping on toes or something. Right. I feel like if you work together, that will be a better look than not working together. Exactly. As long as no one's doing too much of the carrying of the slack. If it's a mutual agreement, like I'm gonna look out for you like this, but then I'm gonna need this from you and expect you to do this, that's fine. And everyone meets those guidelines. Sometimes that's good. It's like a relationship. Both people pay the mortgage. Both people pay it. It's a mutual thing. It's not like, all right, man, there's another day come and you were supposed to do this and I can't find this and what's going on? You're losing equipment. You breaking the stuff up, man. Da da da. That's different. That's a liability. That's not good. That's not an asset. Yeah. But there's always assets in working together, no matter what's going on, man. Definitely.
That's a fact. Like coming together, man. Like I feel like different places, like in Atlanta and things like that. Like they came together. And by doing that, they created their own, like, they don't, in Atlanta, you could be an artist and not have to leave Atlanta.
But it was still some beef.
Right.
It was still some beef. There's always going to be beef. Wherever there's something positive that bring people together, whether minority or not, it don't matter what. In any industry, in any field, in anything, anything that brings people together, there's going to be some beef. There's going to be evil. It's like yin and yang. Yep. It's part of the game. It's part of the threshold. It's part of breaking out of the threshold. And then they're going to try to tear it up and like structure it. So these are the major figures on the board that's going to move and work internationally. Yeah. And these are the ones that just, we're going to keep local. You still going to eat. Yeah. You still going to be happy, but you got to realize chain of command. Yeah. And that's where I feel like in Fredericksburg, we have an issue. Yeah. We fight. Everybody want to make it out. Everybody want to be like, I got my mama house. I got this. Yeah. Everyone come use my, everyone want to do that. And I feel like, I don't want that. Yeah, I really don't. I just want to make some. Sometimes I want to make a beat and no one know I made it.
Right, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to. I want credibility to know that's what I do, but I want to just make the beat. Be like, all right, somebody used the beat, or shoot the video and be like, I was part of this production for this small film or this, that, and the third, and no one know, but I know I did that, so I can put that on my resume to work with other people. Right, and it's following rules. That's my problem too. Yeah, when somebody try to put me on. I feel like they trying to hold me or something to be my dad or be my mom or something. I feel like I don't know. People be wanting credibility for stuff they do for me. Right, that I feel like other things
that happen. I feel like that happens.
That's my problem,
for sure.
Man.
I feel like that happens sometimes for sure.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a little break, get the cameras a little break, and then we'll smoke a cigarette, and then we'll come right back.
Yeah, man.
Get into some more.
I'm into whatever, man. Man, I want this to be cool. I want anything that anybody want to talk about to be answered and open.
We're gonna come back in with some questions for sure, bro. We're gonna come back in with, I guess, let's get into some personal questions, I guess, when we start.
Hey, I don't care how personal it gets, man. I'm gonna watch my tone, and you know how that goes. And check out that beat too. Go to Big Sprint Back on Instagram. Click the link and check out the SoundCloud. Check out the beats on there. I got a beat called Watch Your Tone on there. Check that out.
Oh yeah, check them out. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Cause they selling fake stuff. If people are just dying, if I got the one opportunity out of a billion people to do something like this on that level, fuck a drug. Fuck a drug. I drink, but fuck a drug. I'm not going to try to OD off no damn drugs. If I just finally made it out, I could buy my mom a house. My mom could look at me and say, man, you ain't a failure no more. You don't got to get out. Or no, I'm not going to tell you to get out when we arguing or something. You know,
but could we say this though? Because
it's all mental illness, though.
Right? But could we say this too? Because this is something that came. I don't know what I was watching